scientists have looked at this more and more. They found that the root in here was much more deeper, because it rooted back to even birth as well, and your mother's nutrition. However, the microbiome goes way farther than just a healthy digestive system. DNA from all these different strains of bacteria not only supplements your own, with the genes necessary to help digest the food that you eat, but also supply the vitamins we eat or need, and it supports our immune system, 70% of which lives in the gut. So bacteria in the gut also supports the development of important brain neurotransmitters. So remember what I just said, there's some relationship between what you're eating and how you're feeling. So one example of these neurotransmitters is called serotonin. That's the chemical that makes you happy. I'm sure you've heard of it before. 80 to 90% of this essential brain compound is created in the GI tract from help with your gut bacteria. And the gut also creates GABA, which is an amino acid, and it helps to provide a feeling of calmness, and glutamate, which actually plays a huge role in cognition, memory, and learning. So this gut bacteria is actually key to so much of your life, way beyond, what your, anyone's knowledge is right now as the science continues to emerge. In fact, there's science right now that indicates that your microbiome may actually support this concept called the gut-brain axis. So that's the effect your gut health has on your brain and vice versa. So part of the reason has to do with our further understanding of this, it's called the vagus nerve. That's the longest cranial nerve in the body. It's considered the information superhighway between the gut and the brain. So in fact, the gut and the brain are created from the same tissue in utero. They're so interconnected. The brain and spinal cord are primarily the central nervous system, and while the gut houses actually our enteric nervous system. So the effect of your microbiome, that's your kind of gut lining, the gut bacteria, all the 38 trillion microorganisms that I talked about earlier, actually has a profound effect on your overall health. And that's why some scientists call this the master switch to wellness. The symbiotic relationship between you and your microbiome is the new biology of wellness. In fact, you have to ask yourself, are you efficient in being able to maximize, the 38 trillion microorganisms that live in and on you? Your microbiome is in constant flux. So everything from diet and exercise to sleep and the environment actually affects your microbiome on a daily basis. What's interesting is that your bacterial makeup is unique to you, like I said earlier, and it actually can change over time too. And there's certain bacterial strains that are really well studied for their ability to survive that acidic environment in the stomach and actually be able to populate in the intestines. So incorporating some of these probiotic strains, paired with nutritional factors that are critical to survival, that help with promoting gut health and ultimately your overall well-being. How do you ensure that you have plenty of these good bacteria? So I'm so proud to introduce to you Modere Axis Treebiotic that provides a complete 3-in-1 formulation with the latest technology in gut health. It's actually the cutting edge of nutraceutical science, and it combines a perfect pairing of well-studied pre, pro, and postbiotics. So our 3-in-1 prebiotic is called, as the product's name, Axis is the product line, is the next generation supplement with proprietary blend of highly compatible bioavailable bacteria paired with the nutrients that you need for microbiome synergy, plus a one-of-a-kind postbiotic. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is give you a deep dive into our new product, Treebiotic, and give you an overview in depth about all the benefits to this. But it is not only one of a kind, but really a blockbuster, cutting-edge science that will help you with your gut health, microbiome wellness as well, and this is truly the new biology of wellness. We have been working on this for years now. In fact, a year ago, I will tell you that I was, almost a year ago. It was the last trip I made before I was going to head out to Europe, SRC, which I never made it to because of, March 12th was the day when that ban went through. But just before that, I was at UCLA meeting with some scientists working on some, engagement of some ingredients and such. And believe it or not, that had gone beyond just that meeting, way for years actually before that. And so this is now all coming together. And what's interesting is everything that we went through last year has put more and more focus on prevention and preventative health more than ever, holistic health. And what's great is that, your microbiome is in constant flux. This product will actually help to change it over time to make it the optimal for you to be able to live your best life, absorb the most nutrients out of your foods you eat, and truly support everything from immune health to a number of other health benefits that I'm actually going to cover with you in great detail tomorrow. So I can't wait to be able to share that with you. And not only that, but there's more too. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again so much, and have a very good evening. See you later, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Thanks again.